NSDC presents an explanation of the proposed amendments to Section 9101, subsection 34 of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act as reauthorized by the No Child Left Behind Act of 2001. Subsection 34 of Section 9101 contains two parts, A and B.
The PD definition is organized according to the way it needs to be written for federal legislation.
Part A defines what the term professional development means and contains 5 subparts that provide a detailed yet easy to understand explanation of how professional development is being implemented at the school level. Section 34, Professional Development. The term professional development means a comprehensive, sustained, and intensive approach to improving teachers' and principals' effectiveness in raising student achievement. A. Professional development fosters collective responsibility for improved student performance and must be comprised of professional learning that 1. is aligned with rigorous state student academic achievement standards, as well as related local educational agency and school improvement goals. 2. is conducted among learning teams of educators, including teachers, paraprofessionals, and other instructional staff at the school.
They work together with other teachers who are expected to address similar standards or similar grade level. So at the high school level, you may have the history team, but at the elementary level, you may have the 2nd and 3rd grade team.
Part A, paragraph 3 states, is facilitated by well-prepared school principals and/or school-based professional development coaches, mentors, master teachers, or other teacher leaders. 4. Occurs primarily multiple times per week or the equivalent of several hours per week. And 5. Engages established learning teams of educators in a continuous cycle of improvement.
The second part of the definition goes into much more detail about what do we mean by that continuous cycle of improvement. And it delineates actually 7 phases that occur during that process. And it doesn't mean that every team needs to follow all 7 phases exactly in that order, but it means that those phases will define the work that is completed among the teacher teams.
Engages established learning teams of educators in a continuous cycle of improvement that 1. Analyzes student, teacher, and school learning needs through a thorough review of data on teacher and student performance. 2. Defines a clear set of educator learning goals based on the rigorous analysis of the data. 3. Achieves the educator learning goals identified in subsection A52 by implementing coherent, sustained, and evidence-based learning strategies that improve instructional effectiveness and student achievement, such as lesson study and examining student work. 4. Provides classroom-based coaching or other forms of assistance to support the transfer of new knowledge and skills to the classroom.
Classroom-based coaching when members of the team leave the team but go visit each other in their classrooms to support them in implementing what we've decided we need to implement in order to improve student results.
The continuous cycle of improvement continues with 5. Regularly assesses the effectiveness of the professional development in achieving identified learning goals, improving teaching, and assisting all students in meeting challenging state academic achievement standards. 6. Informs ongoing improvements in teaching and student learning.
We have designing assessments and then examining the results of the assessment to determine if what we implemented in the classroom had the impact we intended it to have on our students. We have taking time to reflect on the process and what did we learn from it, and do we want to bank this lesson and say, that was a great lesson, let's remember that for next year? Or do we want to improve upon it and say, let's make these notes so next year when it comes time and we're teaching this again, this is where we go from here?
Paragraph 5.7 states, may be facilitated and strengthened by the local educational agency or other external assistance providers.
And we have the recognition that this group may be facilitated by someone outside the group. that the group may have a particular need, priority, struggle that it's facing, and so at times we may bring in someone from the central office to assist the group. We may have the principal join the group. We may have an outside expert come in and assist the group with a particular challenge that they're facing and that they want to make sure that they can overcome in order to ensure the success of their students. So that's the collective, that's the continuous cycle of improvement.
Part B states, the process outlined in subsection 34A may be supported and strengthened by activities such as courses, workshops, institutes, networks, and conferences that 1. Must address the learning goals and objectives established for professional development by educators at the school level. 2. Advance the ongoing school-based professional development. And 3. Are provided by for-profit and nonprofit entities outside the school, such as universities, education service agencies, technical assistance providers, networks of content area specialists, and other education organizations and associations.
What Part B says is everything that has been the universe of professional development must now converge on assisting the school teams, the individual learning teams, and the school-wide team to achieve their goals. And so all the individual providers, all the university courses, all the profit and not-for-profit groups that offer great PD expertise, we still need their help. We recognize that they can strengthen what happens within the schools. They just need to align their message, their support to what's been identified either at the team level or at the school level for the benefit of the students within that school.